Alright, welcome to Dummynation. Today we are playing as Vanuatu. We'll see if I can get a good run here. We are going to stick with democracy. I don't want to waste time with those sliders, knowing that I don't want to waste time building up those sliders again, so we're going to not have the discount. Because it takes a little bit longer for Liberated to form than it does martial law. And I do like having high military service. 1 tick social research, 1 tick international aid, 2 ticks moral high ground. Actually, liked how someone was running like 90 Liberator. And then a little less, but I think 75 is fine. We'll do 12 R&D, 40 liquidity. Speed this up. Let's get an alliance somewhere. Russia, expensive. You, expensive. Iran is probably the cheapest option. Yep. Let's head to the cheapest area, because with legendary countries, you can seriously manipulate GDP per capita. The two best options are, depending on country scaling, the best options are going to be, let's see here. If you have military and a small population, probably Sri Lanka or Cuba. If you have access to Burundi, so that's DRC, Zambia, Tanzania, Burundi obviously. If you have access to Malawi, so that means Zambia, Mozambique, Tanzania, Malawi. Otherwise, if you're a large enough country, Democratic Republic of the Congo, because it has serious population. Yeah, right there, serious population. And also because it gives you access to Burundi. And if you're a country my size, the Gambia. The Gambia, Guinea-Bissau, and Togo. So we took some time to explain what countries are most important and why. So once we get to, let's just say the Gambia, I want to see their autocratic political freedom. So 45. So we need to hit 90 political freedom to make sure our liberator bonus is active. And we do have a liberator bonus since we did not start off as a fascist. We didn't negate it through fascism. So in order to get 90 political freedom, we need to lower our military service to 6.4 before we invade. Okay, we'll just apply that now. And then we can, not Senegal. We want to invade the Gambia. Guinea-Bissau is 43. So we can run an 86 political freedom. So we'll raise that to 19.5 to make sure we get our lower militia bonus or whatever. Also, let's peace out with Namibia for 2.67 thousand. But also, let's double check. Are we lower GDP per capita than Guinea-Bissau? No. So we go for Guinea-Bissau before attacking. We don't want to fight Liberia right now. And we don't want to fight Cameroon right now. Alright, let's check Togo. 40.67, so it's like an 81 point. So we need to have a higher political freedom than 81.5. So, yeah. We can put military service at this. And then our 500 tanks shouldn't have a problem taking Togo. We may get a militia or two, but other than that, we should be good. So this is why Just look at the lack of militias forming. The militia reduction is amazing. So we ended up at 1.04. This is about as low as we can get with 500 tanks. So now we can build up. I like the idea of running 2,000 tanks and the rest rockets. And also let's put this at 81.8 because we are still trying to develop the military service slider. And at this point we don't... Jamaica doesn't have population, but I expect militias. At this point we can prepare to attack Guinea. 30 political freedom. I just want the extra tanks before I do it. We can also attack East Timor. Democracy. What about Burundi? Gone. Already is democracy. Somaliland. We can attack Somaliland. But I'd rather attack Guinea. Now we go to the regular map because now we're no longer deciding based on GDP per capita. Initial recruitment was based on GDP per capita. But like as a bigger country, you'd want to like go for like other countries. Blocked by Portugal, so we have to change plans. Change plans, we're gonna head to Somaliland. These two should merge shortly. Probably right about here. Then you come up like that. So they took a longer path than they should have because we assumed Guinea would still be there. It is not. So as we approach Somaliland, we know that 47.9, so 48, we need to run on 96 political freedom. So the sliders take time to adjust. So we're not going to get a minus 100% defense immediately. We're going to get whatever we have right now. So this gives us borders with Ethiopia. And we got the better stick of the deal. Now we move the sliders back to 40.1 and 81.8. Because we do want the military service, we do want the liberator bonus, and we don't want to sacrifice too much of our economy for it. Oh, Pakistan's falling. Let's get in on that. 35, so let me double check. 35.02. So we need to run like a 70.1 political freedom. Isn't that just 71? Isn't that just my old democracy setup that I've used pretty much at the start when I was doing all these countries? 40.1 to 71.3. Yeah, that's what it is. That's my old democracy setup. At this point, let's see if we can get an alliance with like any of these other countries. Like India's gonna love me for doing this. But I think Russia's the better one because of the political freedom. Now, here, we want to stay to the east. That's where the significant population is, so we want to follow this population map. Stay on the river. Even with militias, the GDP gains are going to be more worth it. We are going to lose some tanks, we are going to lose some rockets here. It is what it is. This does open up Afghanistan too, which would be a better attack, but I don't think Afghanistan will ever produce troops. Or if they produce troops, it's very rare, so... I think Pakistan staying in the populated areas is the best play. No multiple. Just keep pushing west. Yeah, so even in autocratic situations, the militias are still a bitch, per se. Alright, we've got most of the populated areas down. Now we're trying to get access to Afghanistan somehow. I would love an alliance with you, but I think we should focus on infantry and... Alright, you are now headed into Afghanistan. We don't necessarily need expansion opportunities into Turkmenistan. We definitely want parts of Afghanistan. Okay, we got some part of it. That's fine. Hopefully our economy can develop from here. It'll actually develop if we get the Chinese alliance. So what did we miss out on by going for Afghanistan? We missed out on Mali. And Tanzania and the DRC. So we missed out on my 4 core countries. We will get an alliance with the... whatevers. We missed out on my 4 favorite countries to invade. Okay, it's time to invade Namibia, and it's time to adjust our sliders to what I usually run them at. No, Namibia is a democracy. If they're a democracy, when we're running it this way, we can't invade. Yeah, we can't invade Madagascar either. Is there a good opportunity? No, there isn't. So I guess we go home. We have our economy developed. We're gonna eventually try and get US alliance, which is 8 mil right now. Oh, stuff happening in West Africa. West Africa we went into early, so we do have expansion opportunity there. In Cote d'Ivoire, I would target Angola. I would target Nigeria. Now, Ivory Coast, political freedom 90. We need to run political freedom 94 somehow. Oh, 93.99 will work too. Because 47 is 94, and we know that 93.99 is close enough to it. Alright, now we need to start splitting. Because we need to try and win the surrender, basically. Yeah, we won the surrender there. Perfect. Right, now we need to adjust our sliders back. So in a lot of my new world record runs, we are adjusting sliders every time. This makes for a much longer run. And this is why I'm a big fan of real time as a world record metric. Because you can't take that time to adjust it. You can't take the time to adjust the slider. It's that simple. Because of Portugal taking Nigeria, we actually don't have access to further in. How much is India? India alliance is too much. USA. We did help them with Cote d'Ivoire, but we're not getting that alliance anytime soon. Iran. We can probably regain that alliance, that's fine. Don't really want to rest my troops anywhere but Africa. The main reason is the Caribbean doesn't have a lot of autocracies. Well, there are a lot of autocracies in Africa I can take advantage of. Not to mention China. But China we're going to have to use as our friend until we get the US alliance. Our economy is still relatively small. We missed out on being able to get in here. So we have to hope we can get in here by like Benin or something. Ghana maybe. Ghana requires a autocracy to invade. Now, I value military service more than paramilitary right now. Because if you have you can just fix it by social spending. If you have a significant population, your military cost is never going to be a concern. The Arab League burned a lot of troops here. So it's possible we could break in via Mauritania, Algeria, or a more complicated Burkina Faso, Nigeria, Algeria. I don't know what the ideal route is. We do need the alliance with the United States, though. Our economy is just shit. Yeah. We're gonna wait for our military to form. We're gonna wait for our sliders to run up. We're gonna rest our troops in Togo. I think that's where our best opportunity is going to rise. It's going to be in when these inner countries start falling. What could happen is Arab League. I'm thinking about the Arab League here. South Africa's a democracy. Zambia's falling now. Oh, we need to get in on Burkina Faso here. We got some of it. That's good. So we will have borders on Niger, but we need to act fast if we see UK attacking Niger. I think we try for the Indian alliance. Oh, US alliance might get very cheap now. Let's make sure we're not at war with anyone right now. So Liberia. Yeah, UK's trying to get in on everything now. So we missed out on Kenya. Which means in order to get in, tough call right now. Mexico's right there. Mexico's a democracy. We really need an alliance with someone. USA is getting cheaper, so I think Nigeria's gonna fall soon. And with that would get us access to Chad. Yeah. Do we gamble on this? Okay, they don't have tanks. I'm gonna gamble. I think my army beats that. With ease, actually. And if it beats it with ease, then we're gonna be able to get into the rest of this crap. Oh, we need to mess with the sliders, right? 0-0. After this, we invade Chad. Normal. It's Kenya that's the only one that I'd have to really be concerned about with the sliders being what they are. So with Chad being normal, let's go. We can now get into Africa. One militia. Literally one militia formed. Granted, we're going to engage it here. It was a sizable militia. 2 militias have formed. You do lose troops a little faster, but because Chad is not a democracy, in fact, a very, very strong autocracy. Now we go to Car, where my sliders, again, don't matter, 4%. Yeah. They just don't matter. And our economy's not growing per se, but we're getting lower GDP per capita, which is more. We're just getting easy land that where we don't have to overspend to, get. Uganda 32. Our political freedom is high enough. Basically what we're going to have is amazing borders. Let's start with economic research. Angola's finally falling. Oh, Italy's coming through. Are we at a war with anyone? Turkey. We can peace out with you. Russia's falling. Do we abort? I think we gotta abort. So Vanuatu is faster if you come up here. Meanwhile, it's safest for the Vanuatu one to come out like this. Because we do have to, right now, fight Russia. We do need to lose an alliance, though, that. I think Russia's vital. And we will probably miss out on DRC, the rest of DRC, which includes Burundi and stuff, but our population's starting to get high enough. Alright. Now we can't split in. Alright. 18.21, so we'll be fine. Just make sure that we get like Moscow or whatever. I'll actually send half of you onto a defense stack. Just make sure we get Moscow and defend. Put a defense stack on so that we're dealing with these militias. It is a very flat land, so the militias are going to take land quick. But fortunately, since this group went highly autocratic, we can reduce their militia spawn rate, so this is good. USA, what are you? How much does it cost for an alliance with you now? We'll probably just recruit commandos beforehand. Okay. Risky play. I want Caspian Sea. At the expense of possibly more militias, I want Caspian Sea. Gives me better borders on Iran, better borders on everyone, basically. And Russia produced troops. Do I get Black Sea borders with that? Okay, let me see. I don't get Black Sea borders with that because of the Bosporus. Because of this. So this is actually a Turkish-controlled area, so I don't get Black Sea borders. You have to actually control like Crimea or something to get Black Sea borders. Take the rest of this, and then stop. Alright, put a defense stack on. We gotta deal with these militias. Now, what we don't want to do is fight the Turkish militias. Okay, so Turkey's coming in. They're fighting the militia there. We will take this then. Does Turkey end up with a claim on it? No. I think anything below 500 tanks we have to, like, concede then. Let's keep going. We want better borders. So we're going north just to deal with the militia up there. Alright. This stack, we're pausing just to get the stack up here safely. Still working our way east. I do want Archangel. I don't know if that's where Archangel is. Let's deal with this, because there's going to be a militia spawn galore right now. Okay. Now everything has to be focused on going east towards Lake Baikal. Yeah, that's going to take shit, so we have to actually deal with it. Eastward towards Lake Baikal. That's all you can do. Because once you've gotten to that point, then you've taken most of the economy of the... Finally, North Korea declares war. And North Korea war would be very interesting. Because they do have South Korea right now, so they did end up unifying the Korean peninsula. Right. We don't necessarily care about any of this. Let's go around like that again, just to make sure you're safe. The Japanese, their political freedom is actually too high, where they are one of the democracies that you should attack, if possible. Okay, you didn't get around properly, so. I think as soon as we've done with Lake Baikal, I think we're gonna attack North Korea. The opportunity's too great. Oh, China's already taken out Japan. We're not even gonna finish out Russia. We're just gonna finish out all this land right here, and then we're gonna go for North Korea. Alright, terrain. Where is the lowest part? So we actually want to attack in right here. Because we... No, I have higher military power, so I want to attack in the mountains. And let's check what happened. We lost some infantry, some tanks, some stuff, but whatever. That's really just a whatever moment. We are going to take North Korea here. And with that, we can start worrying about reducing our GDP per capita. Put a defense stack here to deal with militia. Alright. Where are the remains of Russia? I actually want the Russian remnants down here, so... I would value the Russian remnants down here more than the Russian stuff up here. So we're gonna actually head down to Tanzania. Because we're gonna have to go for Uganda to get into... Okay. So while we were focused on getting off Russia and North Korea, We unfortunately lost out on the remains of Democratic Republic of the Congo. Scratch that. New plan. Brand new plan. Scratch the rest of Russia. Bigger plan opened up. Philippines do not like me cutting through, but whatever, we can just peace out. Okay, get to combined status. Alright. Have you attack here, and have you manually attack here. At this point, we need to reduce to 24. Japan is the one democracy totally, as in almost always, worth attacking. Well, we're going to lose our significant chunk of troops because of this, though. Fortunately, okay, we need another alliance. Did someone declare war because of this? Norway. Costs way too much. Bangladesh is wiping out our troops. Yeah, you need to get out. Yep. We just stack wiped on Japan, which is fine. It's fine because it's fine because it's significant GDP. So you take this gamble, knowing that you're gonna probably lose some troops, but their military service bonus is so low that it's totally worth it. Even if they form tons of militias, totally worth. Yeah, we need this island, though. Are they hitting Japan, or are they hitting remains of Russia? They're hitting remains of Russia. Okay, so we don't want this to reform, so... Like, I was gonna hit remains of Japan harder. Yeah. I am gonna hit remains of Japan pretty hard here. And obviously we don't need to mess with the democracy sliders at all. God, their bonuses are terrible. We just need to rebuild our stack, basically. It's gonna go off, I know that much. We've lost all our allies though, so we need to buy someone. We can buy Iran. Let's do another economic research. Yeah, so we missed out on like most of the rest of Russia because of it. Okay, we can add these. We will probably split and go shortly against the rest of Japan. Taiwan's ready to fall. And because of the claim China has, it's going to be Chinese militias forming, not Taiwanese. So we are going to split and go here. Because these militias are going to be easy to beat. Very aggressive hedgehog here. You're very aggressive. I want the US alliance. I think we finally have enough liquidity where we can get the US alliance too. So guess what we're gonna miss out on? Basically nothing. And then the Japanese remnant. Oh, and also consider that Mexico has no troops, so... And because we're starting to build up tanks every time... Alright, let's get all lines with the United States. Like, the Mexican militias here are gonna be fine. Chill, please. Thank you, chill. Go have that back. That's fine. That's why you declared war. Who cares? We'll get that alliance back later. We haven't taken care of like Japan totally yet, but Mexico is going to fall here, so we better just try and take what we can here. I think it's more important to get in here. Alright. Now let's figure out where the remnant of Japan is. And we send our own troops over. Remember, they gotta have tanks at this point, so... Honestly, I'm eyeballing China as a viable attack. This is a standard game. The militias are not going to be as strong as they were in the Dummynation Season 5 tournament. So there is that much going for us. Japan is still not autocratic, so... Iraq declared war for what? Japan is gone. Huge. Then we can declare war on Angola here. Let's look at their... So, their political freedom does not come into play. Now everyone's gonna go home. Oh, Arab League's falling. I think we definitely want Egypt here. We want access into the Mediterranean somehow. Algeria doesn't provide it, Morocco doesn't provide it, Egypt does. Let's ally up India. Now Saudi declared war. Oman, Somalia. Oman, Somalia, Mauritania, I'll fight. Okay. You've fallen, Italy, Jordan. Jordan lowers GDP per capita, so that's fine, and it also gets Sudan at war with us, which is fine. Double fine, basically. Kuwait, we actually don't really want to take right now. Libya, no real interest. Algeria, there's some interest. Saudi, I would say there really isn't much interest. Do 500 just to make sure we can get our next stack of commandos, right? I think we will attack Libya just to make sure we have a path. Nigeria, political freedom needs to be adjusted. And everyone goes home. And now we bring this back to 81.8. Alright, looking at this, Yemen. Philippines is falling. We will attack Yemen here. Basically, everything that keeps GDP low is good. Everything that raises GDP is bad. Yemen's political freedom was super low enough anyway. Somalia. Which importantly gets me borders on the remnant of Kenya and the remnant of... Now the remnant of Kenya will require me to do like 30 on Liberator. Well, let's do the remnant of Kenya, let's do Ethiopia. Let's also prepare for China. Ethiopia, after Kenya's done, we can fix our sliders again. Pause. Fix our sliders. Remember, you'd like 40.1, 81.8. And let's attack Ethiopia. Let's do another economic research. Oh, goddamn phone. I knew that was coming. Libya, peace out. Algeria, peace out. UAE, probably a peace out. Pretty much everything is we're trying to balance out everything right now. Djibouti fell. Send things to Vietnam. Eventually, the war's going towards, well, you. Alright. Looking at the world, Vanuatu is the second biggest military. We do need a few more allies. So who has military but not economic power? Australia, Argentina. Those will be two good allies to have. Remains of Philippines, 34, so we would just do 71.3 here and get our bonuses while keeping our defense power from going down too far. Get that alliance. We want to get Brazil eventually. The problem with Brazil is the Holy War stuff, so they're gonna get a huge ass defense bonus with their military. That's the one problem with theocracy that I have. Now, China's military is actually going ham again. Let it. Alright. Let's just fight. We have amazing borders with China. Borderline obscene borders with China. So we want to fight on flat land. Let's fight towards Beijing. Get an Argentine. We are an ally with Argentina, so they won't get involved. Oof, that burned up more than I would have liked. Oh well. Take what we can. Yeah, I think our lack of defense hurt us there. Alright. Has Beijing changed? 12.5. So once again, militias are going to be a bitch, per se, especially because Beijing has a lot of people. Now, we have a lot of people too, but... But if people don't want to join in, then we're in trouble, right? .246, so more gunners. Yeah, we need to keep fighting. In fact, we should probably fight lower, honestly, because the reason we fight up here is we should probably take the land that's valuable. Taiwan should be much easier to take, basically. Taiwan should be way easier to take than mainland China, because mainland China has all the people. Waiting. Another set. So we're keeping defense pretty high. I guess this is more like a militia style beater. And also we gotta consider shifting to our endgame setup at some point. I think we want to, given that we lost most of our stack in China, we will probably want to have the militia beater setup come up after defense is like 1.5 our attack. Or 2x Pierce, I don't know. It's so unfortunate no one's joined in yet. Yeah, very unfortunate no one's joined in. But reaching a point where self-sufficient economy is gonna be nice. Great stuff. Okay, so I'm thinking we'll shift to the endgame builds once we get to 100 million military power. Yeah, we're not yet ready for endgames and levels builds. But my goal is to try and block like UK, USA. The fewer people that can invade, the better, man, in this case, because they don't want to fight it. The fewer people that can fight for the good stuff, the better. That's good. Get some high population land here. Which we know Bangladesh is high population land, so. Now what we need to do is block India from coming in towards the west. We're okay with India carving in from pretty much anywhere but there. So we need to like carve north basically. Just form a nice looking wall. I think it's time to transition to the so-called 1-2-1s. Yeah, because our defense is getting a bit too high. Alright. We've got enough of a wall, now we're going to take care of the outer stuff. So like Malaysia and the Malaysian remnant. We're gonna prepare to like add like they're going for Saudi. We've made it to 100 mil population, so waiting for our first level of rockets, basically. We basically shifted to the new idea. Yeah, let's keep taking the African land. Keep hurting where it counts. Let's ally up with India, probably by liberating some of their land and then allying up. That needs to go home. Let's do another set of gunners. Basically, we're trying to lock people out as best as we can. I don't think sub, yeah, to me, sub, whatever's not happening here. Because now we blocked everyone off from this stuff, so... More self-sufficient economy, and then we're going to start going down to researches. Now there are two ways to do this. We can go slow, or we can go fast. Our borders are very much amazing with China. We have some allies, though not a lot. I think we can gamble a little bit, just a little bit. Just to make sure China just doesn't keep producing troops, you know? We should have more success in the north with it than we will in the middle right here. But because we could this, we should have some, at least some form of success with it. There we go. We keep going. We now finish off China completely. They're no longer a threat. Just ravaging them, honestly. 81.8 should be this, though. And then we'll have you go here again. At the point where USA finishes this, honestly. And Brazil's small enough that I'll just ally up with them. Same with Indonesia, they're small enough that the alliance is cheap. How close is this? I can't really tell based on that diagram, but it's really close. Is China gone? China's gone. So with China gone, Saudi doesn't have troops. We could add Saudi real quick. Let's look at USA in particular. More piercing than you'd expect, so I don't think my army beats it. Especially because it's gonna lack some sort of attack power here. So we will need to add some of these weaklings into here. Like for example, Malaysia we can add real quick. We can add Malaysia, we can add Saudi. We can add Malaysia, we can add the remains of Arab League, and then that'll be good. Now let's add remains of Arab League. Just get us a little bit closer so that USA can win us and we've to 60%. And then we should fully expect some of the other countries to fall too. Everything's pretty balanced on my end. Except for Colombia. Take it out. Yeah, we need to at least get most of my military power over there. Guess who's about to burn all their troops? USA. Now Vanuatu, the entire time, we have been focused on like keeping military power or military service high. We've focused super hard on that. Obviously we're gonna miss out on just 20,000, but this should easily be sub 30. Like, there's no excuse for why this shouldn't be sub 30. We can take out Argentina immediately for low effort, which then results in us taking out South America for low effort. Brazil. We'll just have to attack Brazil. Fuck it. It's sad, but you went theocratic, which burned all your troops, so... Your militia sucks, so if... Brazil's militias are going to be terrible. But we're going to be at 50% and getting ready to attack USA. Getting ready to win the game with USA, basically. Which is at 70. And growing slightly faster than us. So that's because I've been running a little bit higher liquidity. As soon as these are here, we will make the attack. We need Canada to be an ally, and we need Portugal to be an ally. Well, Portugal's going to be obscenely expensive at this point, so... Just win the game. That's just all this is. Just win the game. Stop fucking around. Stop derping around. Just take the contiguous 48 and win the game. Stop derping around, let's win the game. Where's UK invading? It doesn't matter. Spain has declared war. Where is Spain invading? Nah, it doesn't matter at this point. GG's. That puts this at 1.88k for that, so that fixes up my last legendary, so now it's above 1.88. What about the leaderboards? Is it world record? World record by another 10,000, so I think all the world records for legendary countries are below 30,000, except Andorra and San Marino. Oh, I should probably redo St. Lucia to get that to that point. And Seychelles. But they're all at pretty much like... yeah. So like, share, subscribe if you like the content. Ring the bell for notifications. Leave any suggestions in the comment section below. And join my Discord servers if you have to track what suggestions I am doing. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one. And for the last part, we're going to show the Vanuatu world record. And there you go. Alright, peace out.